Rise ye ashen tarnished chosen undead, and welcome Souls fans, new and loyal, to the next installment of the Dark Souls 3 100% platinum, all achievements, easy to follow guide. So here we are, back where we fought the Crystal Sage, and ready to proceed. Onward we go. We defeated the Crystal Sage and we did a bit of cleanup. At the end of the last video, you'll see another one of our big boy cagemen up there. However, we're more interested in the crystal lizard to the left here, which will give us a twinkling titanite. And the perceptive of you will have seen there's another one just up here for another twinkling titanite. So that's 2. Come back, and we're now going to come up and round, get our bow, and we're going to have a nice ranged battle with this Hexcaster. So standing where I am, we should be fine for her hexes to hit this wall. Just be mindful, you would have seen just... Oh really? Come on. There we go. Now, the cage person over there should never come up here. However, I just advise keep in mind, in case he breaks the cycle and does. It's never happened for me, and that's all I can say. But every time I do this section, I'm always worried, but it has never happened. His aggro range is not as far as this ledge. A little more. Oh, you had to. That's my fault. There we go. Let the last spell hit the ledge. And onward we go. Oh. Yeah, you. Turn around. I just made a big speech about how you don't come up to this ledge. And this very much looks like you are coming up to my ledge. Right. It's fine. But what we're interested in is dropping down, grabbing the Herald set, and then get your Pyro Glove, and we're going to Pyro this one. Ow. Una mas. Yo. You don't have to pyro that one, I guess, but that's my preferred way of taking that one out. Onward, we're going to light, but do not rest. Very important, do not rest. As we are going to go back into this area, and we don't want the Hexcaster and the giant cage guy to be there. I'm just going to make sure, speaking of giant cage guys, I can see this one. In fact, I'm going to deal with this one. I do not want him getting in the way. There we go. Okay. Have your bow at the ready, and what we're going to do is come around here, and we're going to get this assassin. You know what? You're not going to come and aggro me? Fine. Bonk. Now you're going to come and aggro me. Make sure he's following. There we go. He should follow you, however, in true cheese fashion, he will not cross the bridge. So we're just going to take full advantage of that. As you can see, the throwing daggers we do need to dodge. So if you've notched an arrow, you're going to have to use roll. And just make sure as he's moving back that you get a hit in him to make him rush forward again. Oh, just over his head. Headshot's preferable for the extra damage. So when I said before about if you have an arrow notched, what I meant to say is when you're doing the action to notch an arrow, you have less strafing. Once you've got the arrow notched, you can then strafe left and right again. Oh, okay, there we go, thankfully. He still didn't back away all the way. But yeah. Yes, it's cheesy. Yes, it takes a little while and it takes a few arrows, but he is quite an oppressive NPC. So definitely my recommendation and how I am going to always fight this guy if I have a bow to do so. What a twirl at the end there. With him defeated, we can now come around here and grab the Paladin's ashes. So we're going to give that to the Firelink Maiden to expand her shop. And now... yeah, now we're going to have a rest. We're going to take this right path up here where the trees are. And then we're going to keep going up. No. Hang on, where have I screwed this up? Bonfire, right path. How have I lost a path that I take every time? Oh, it's because I am supposed to drop here. All the way up, that's it. That's more like it. Sorry about that, viewers. And you'll get the Crest shield. Very good shield, we will use a little bit in the game. Optional, you can try and get a plunging attack. Ideally, you're going to have to do a run, jump, and lunge. Let's see if we can do it. I'm like a 50-50 on this. Hanzai! Yes! He does not parry with his shield. This guy's all about the damage. Make sure we can heal. There we go. He will drop the spider shield. That's a guaranteed drop. Otherwise I would not be picking it up. Come in here and you're going to immediately take this left path, which means you'll have a rock side to your right. And we're going to follow that. You've heard there the dog. That is going to pursue. But we're keeping that wall on our side so we don't have to worry about all of the crossbowmen. There's another dog. Well, there's two more dogs in this area. There's another dog that would normally will aggro at you at this point. But for some reason it hasn't. So let's come up here, dispatch this crossbowman. There we go. And we're just going to make sure we have these rocks to our side. So we don't have to worry about the archers. There's our third dog. I've just noticed, I think there's actually 4 dogs. Yeah, there's 5 dogs. Wow, I really cannot count. I think it's just because I've never been aggroed by all of them. Grab the large soul item. As you can see, I'm not being aggroed there. So 3 is normally the number of dogs that actually aggro. That one's going to grab me this time though. So just be ready. Maximum of 5, but normally you're only going to get 3 of them actually aggro onto you. Don't be afraid to use your healing. We're about to get to our next bonfire. Have a pyro glove or your bow at the ready. And we want to take out this hollow here. You cannot see it, but he actually is blocking when he's got his arm up there, and it actually treats it as if he had a shield. Now you'll notice he lit himself a flame. He'll then charge, and then after a short amount of running, he will then explode. Or if he gets to you, he will immediately lunge and explode. So a key thing to recall on that one. Inside we go. Open the door and you'll see our next bonfire is there. I'm going to light it but not rest yet, as that suicidal bomber Dreg I don't want to have to deal with again. Come over to the right, pop pop, and then we're going to pop all 4 of these. Try and get 2 at a time. There we go. So that we can grab, making sure I'm not grabbing a floor loot, grab the Estus shard. Inside. Over to the right for the notched whip. And now at the bonfire we can travel back to the shrine. At the shrine, we're going to head over to Andre and we're going to give him the Estus shard.
That is, wasn't it?
Reinforce Estus, yep. And we're actually now going to allot 1 of these to our Ashen Estus, as now our Pyro glove,
Be careful.
well, our Pyro is good enough with Fire Orb that we will be using Fire Orb. So I'm now going to equip, where is it? There it is. Ashen Estus. I was looking for the blue glow, but of course I haven't rested yet. So come over to the Handmaiden, give her the Paladin's Ashes.
Gracious, let Iona.
And for now, you'll notice that we have a ring now, but for now, we are just going to purchase 400 arrows for 2,000 souls.
Ashen one.
So you'll notice that your actual arrow capacity at the bottom left there is 99, is the max you can have on your person. The rest go into your stock. When you rest at a bonfire, you grab from your stock until you have maximum holding capacity on you. Travel to 5-2, the Cleansing Chapel, where we just came from. Come in. Okay, in our equipment, we can take the talisman off because we don't have a heal spell at the moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to put on the torch in our left hand, in our shield hand, as we will need that in a moment. Come on out and just have a check. If the exploder guy is walking away, then all is fine. Main thing is he doesn't see you. Come up here. Dispatch them. This one was about to do a suicide bomber trick. Once they're dispatched, we're going to head up the stairs and we're going to start a running parkour section as we're just going to, well, no, not parkour, just running. We're just going to run. So keep an eye on your stamina bar. Try not to let it fully deplete. So I'm going to walk for a bit here and then I'm going to start running again. These guys you may have to hit or roll if they get, if they block the path. Yeah, and just keep running, walk for a moment here, keep going, have your torch out, because this guy is going to put parasitic leeches on you, and the torch will stop that. In fact, I'm going to keep the torch, then come up and drop down here, and all we're doing is we're just getting to this tree and grabbing a young white tree branch, which should now trigger I help anytime, man. Grab the soul item over here. And we'll just let our guy continue to do his thing. Grab the large soul item here. You'll notice there's a corpse here. Let's just dispatch him. Grab the remaining young white tree branch. And then 2 items of note. Repair powder here. And where this guy is mocking us is the item that we want. Have you got yourself stuck? You have. How rude. An undead bone shard so we can strengthen our Estus. So I loosely mentioned before about the torch. So the corpses with the slimy worm-like bodies, when they touch you, you get parasites on you. And the only way to get rid of them quickly is with a torch out, then that will get them all off your body. Otherwise, it takes quite some time for them to go. So what we're doing here is we want to lure... Where is he? Oh. He's already died to I help anytime, man. Okay. So this enemy is wielding 2 curved swords and puts a lot of bleed damage on you very quickly. So if he's not already dead, the key aim is we're going to lure him down here so that our giant friend can hurl spears at him. With that done, we're just going to pop over here, grab an unnecessary shield, but it's always something we can sell later on if need be, and we're going to kick down this ladder. And descend. Right, ordering in my notes. Yep, get your torch, and we're going to go down into the water first. That's what I was looking for. So this is another one of those, you're going to have leeches all over your body. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You hitting it still counts as touch. And because fire is their weakness, if you hit them with fire, you get a chance to stun lock them. Grab the Saint Tree Bellvine. There we are. Pop the last wormy parasite enemy, and we'll head up And we've got a crystal lizard coming, so, well, actually 2 of them. So we're going to make sure he goes into the wall. And then another one, so make sure you have stamina. There's this one over here. So we're going to come up to the left, just so that he ends up going into this wall here. There we go. And then we can head back. No, keep going over to here for some Titanite shards. Da, 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 da. Head up. Grab this Titanite shard. Head back down. And we're going to fight another of the giant Titanite lizards. Same strategy as before, so no more than 2 hits. Back away when it does any of its moves so that you can try and avoid magic damage. And if it gets staggered, glitch the game as we do the critical attack into a wall. That's a new one. Right. He drops the Titanite scale, and then we're going to come into this little nook with a torch, as there's another one of these worm enemies. And we're going to get ring number 14 of 107, the Poisonbite ring. There it is. Come up here for another Titanite shard, which is actually the window at the entrance to the Cathedral. And all I'm doing now is I'm just heading back, and we're going to go back up the ladder that we came down. We've got everything we need. Let me just catch up with our notes. Back up the ladder. Yep. Onward. And don't kill the enemies here because they infinitely respawn and they don't give many souls for the effort. Come to the left, break these crates, and we're going to grab 2 rusted coins. Those are always nice to have. Get your bow at the ready, as we are going to do a ranged battle. Grab the red bug pellets, because why not? This guy, get 1 arrow into his noggin. He's then going to raise his shield and pretend that he's actually going to come forward, but he's not going to come forward. Any minute now he will drop his shield. There you go. That was on me. I should have had an arrow notched. Okay, he's going into suicide bomber mode, so just back away and let him kill himself. Now, if we step forward a bit more, there he is. Sniper at the far end. Range battle time. Always try, and it never works. Dark Souls 3 definitely favours you being hit in scenarios like this where you're hidden there. Oh, I got 3 gold Estus for that. Coming down here to the right, there's another resting suicider, and then step forward, and there he is, another one. Oh, he's not going to kill himself. I'll kill him instead. Okay. Carefully come down, and importantly come around here where this one's resting. Get the kill here, otherwise he is going to ambush from the back. Yep, this guy's also going to do the same, so continue to back away until he is no more. Never actually check. Yeah, you can. So the annoying thing is if you hit, they climb up. I don't know if that's better or worse. So there you go. Yeah, that's fine. In an ideal case, you're going to keep coming round. Maybe you do. Me still trying out some new things. There's actually 2 of them. No, he's just hanging around up there. That's fine. I'm going to come up and I'm going to immediately come to the left here. This assassin thrall up here, there's a chance that he will drop down on his own. If not, make sure you attack before you walk under, as he will then plunge attack. Okay, and I'm just keeping an eye on the walls, as there are more. Well, actually we can see one in the distance here. This one's an executioner one, so just be mindful. If he does hit you, it's going to do a lot more damage. And here's another one. Get you a leg. There's another one up here. No, we don't want to go too far. As you can see, there's already a crossbow arrow heading our way. Dispatch you, and when I come here, one more. There he is. Grab the large soul item. And there we go, that's all for thralls. Range battle time. And there's 3 of these in total. There's the next one. No, you got me with that one. Last one. So this one we're supposed to benefit from the roof positioning. However, clearly that's not working. Let's try here. There we go. No. Come on, aim. There we go. Right, with them defeated, we're now going to head down. Pop this one. We're going to take out this thrall assassin. There you are. I was going to say, I don't know where you're going, because I know where you want to go. How bizarre. So, if you don't hit him, he ambushes us when we go for this next item. And we can see here the foot of another one. There we go. Albeit the item is red blood pellet, but those are some thralls that we're not, and there is a chance, as you saw there, that I got an Estus back. So, oh my god. That genuinely made me jump. Oh dear. He got me that time. Fair play to him. He got me good. Right. Yeah, swing and a miss. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's get another one in you. And just like always, we are just luring enemies away so that we're dealing with the minimum amount of mobbing. Speaking of mobbing, this area is nothing but a great big ambush. As you can see, it's not just the one that chases you, but these other two as well. And the ambush isn't done there. As you can see, there's another two on roof and wall. Just remember that their weapons, the big swords, can sometimes hit you from walls as well, so just be mindful. Grab the soul item. Uh-oh. So what he's thrown there is an item that stops your Estus flask from being used for a period of time. And we're going to lure this one with an arrow. He's going to go into suicide mode. As we're going to have to fight some of those bleed reapers more earnestly. So there's two. This dude's just chilling watching the window. So fire, roll, fire, roll, fire. Have enough fire. Oh, no, no fire. There we go. I'm going to let my bleed meter go down. There we go. Two suiciders at the steps. There we go. Grab some two exploded steps. Yep. So come here, come left. Make sure to dispatch this exploding enemy. And the key for this bit is we don't want to go all the way to where that item is, as there is a worse ambush there. These enemies, RNG, whether they're going to try and attack you or just going to go for explode. As you can see, I am just putting an arrow into them, and as always, it is the one with the spear and shield that's going to cause us the most frustration. As I said, spear and shield, most frustration. Oh, there we go. Right, be ready. There's Mr. Axeman. And there's the ambusher waiting. There we go. And we can now grab the ember. So I guess if you don't want to go through that, you can avoid the ember. I put a high value on embers. Open the doors. In, and we have a slime on the floor. Charge attack, and because we have fire on our sword, he's no problem. And we meet our first deacon enemy. First time I came to this area, grab the dual charms. Just be careful if you get too close. It vomits the acid. But yeah, first time I came to this area, I was like, oh, I'm inside now. There must be a bonfire, as I have no resources. I had no resources left. And then I saw the deacon, and I was like, oh, hell no. And panicked, but managed to kill the 3, and yes, we're nearly at our next bonfire. But the deacons, exit and left. And that's going to give us a lift. And it's not a new bonfire. We've got a shortcut to our chapel bonfire. Open the gate. And open these doors. And here we are. Travel back to Firelink. And sadly, the 20,000 souls we could put into a couple of levels, instead we are going to use to purchase the tower key for 20,000 souls.
Ashen 1.
And we're going to come back and we're going to burn the undead bone shard that we picked up. Estus +2. And now we'll travel back to the cleansing chapel. Okay, back out the new shortcut. go. And you'll see here a slumbering giant. We're going to wake him up with an arrow through the railings. And at the top of the steps, what you're going to do, you're going to aim for the slots in his mask. One arrow, and then dodge an attack. As you see, the difference between hitting him in the face and anywhere else is the difference between 35 and 100. And I'm doing a very terrible display, but there we go. If you stay away for too long, he's going to go back down, and that's just a bit of a time sink. So you want to make sure you keep coming back, and anytime if he's doing anything other than attack, just take a few extra steps further. A user error. Oh. I went for the cheeky second arrow. You would be dead if my aim was better. There we go. Right, with him dispatched, we are now in a safer position to move around, and we'll be able to grab some items from him in a bit. Bop an arrow. Completely miss, because my aim is terrible. There we go. So you're going to want to come forward a bit, because that's going to trigger his suicide run, and you want to make sure you've got enough, there we go, enough running space so that he won't be a problem to you. Come here, grab the soul item, and more importantly, grab ring number 15, Lloyd's sword ring. Grab some unnecessary exploding crossbow bolts. And time for a next ranged battle. This guy, let's get a headshot on you. Oh no, not a headshot, that's fine. Because as we get close enough, you're going to do this. And there we go. Onward. And we go left into this upper room. I'm going to fireball the first thrall, and we're going to shoot this second one. 50-50, more, well actually no, I think it's more like a 70-30. He's going to drop down. If we can, we're going to get the finish on him here. Just makes things slightly easier for us. One more thrall. And then You may just be able to see it, but yeah, just above the next item, there is a slime. So a nice pyromancy will get the job done there. And we're going to get miracle number 2 of 35, Seek Guidance. Now, optional, you can go up that ladder. There is one of those hex casters. You have a very confined space, and I find she's more aggressive than the rest, and it's for an ember. Now, I know I said I place a high value on embers, however, I also place a high value on Estus when we're a bit of a way away from our next bonfire. So, I'm going to skip that one, come in here, and we're going to smash the desks and queues, as we are going to face a mimic. And the last thing we want is for any of this stuff to get in the way. And get out of the way. Very unnerving that he wasn't attacking. No. And he's going to drop the deep BRAILLE divine tome. Now, as it's deep, it is dark miracles, therefore you do not want to give it to Arena. We're going to give it to a different NPC we get later, Carla. Alright, in the next room, if there are any thralls left from the ones he shot, there's only a maximum of 2 that come down here. Make sure to dispatch them before you come any further, before you fight this guy. Make sure he at least gets a bit further forward, and if he does this, try and get the free backstab. Now that he's infused, you'll see there that miracle, when he hits the ground, he leaves these little white circles that explode after time. So just something to be extra cautious of. If he shields, he will always attack afterwards. And all we're doing is we're just going for backstabs and then a charge attack afterwards. 2 of those will get the job done. Next room, we're going to come in and we're going to immediately rush back. Wait for it. There it is. Hi. Lots of reasons I don't want to be close to this thing. There we go. Get my Estus back. And then on defeat, the monster drops the ring number 16, Aldrich's Sapphire. And then come in for an ember. Right, we are now going to get invaded in this next area. So just be mindful. To the left there are assassins. There it is. So we've been invaded now. So my priority is now Kirk. There we go. You opted for no shield. Respectable, but foolish. You know you're going to run forward. Don't waste Pyromancies on Kirk, as we're going to cheese him. As Kirk is a red phantom that has a defined aggro range. Once you get to here, he will start to move back, as you can see there. And all we're going to do is we're going to toy with his aggro range until he is defeated. And if your aim is better than mine and you get headshots where I'm getting body shots, then obviously it's going to be even easier. Ho 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 ho. No Kirk. Oh, well that's new. Why Kirk? Am I going to have to fight you earnestly for the first time? Or am I just going to reset your aggro range? Yes, we're all impressed. No, I'm actually going to fight you earnestly. Yes, yes, yes. Very impressive, Kirk. There we go. Right. Kirk will drop barbed sword and spiked shield. And will replenish your Estases. Not fully. I think you get up to 2 Estus flasks. Right. There is another assassin over here who's got the executioner sword. So you've got a Mace Knight and 2 assassins here. So the key thing we're trying to do is not fight all of them at the same time. So of course one of the things I achieve is I at least get 2 of them. The slow approach, or the safer approach, is to arrow the assassins first so that they come at you one at one. And then you can then pick on the Mace Knight separately. There we go. Grab the large soul. Now optional, if you don't have much in your magic bar, you can equip your twin daggers, as we're going to do later on, so that you can use the quick step move. Otherwise, grab the maidenhood. Open these doors. Carry on. And open these doors. grab the Saint Bident and some homeward bones. Grab the soul item here, and then this is from the giant that we defeated, who gives you a guaranteed large titanite. So that's what we wanted. From there. Stick to the left when heading back. There's a couple of ambushes still on the right. Dead giant, far left. There you are. So this is the other assassin that was supposed to have been with the knight. I knew he'd get there eventually. Open the gates. Don't go down there. We've already got the poison ring from there. Instead, we're going to come round. Don't worry about these doors for now. But we're going to open these, which gives us a bonfire shortcut. There it is. Don't rest. Instead, we're going to continue. We'll open these doors, but we're not going to use this yet. This is going to be a shortcut lift for later. But instead, we're just going to come back up here, and we're going to deal with this giant next. However, that's where we are for time, so we'll do this at the start of the next video. And that leaves me to say, as always, a massive thank you so much for watching. I really hope that the guide is helping, you're finding it easy to follow, and your journey is enjoyable. Please do comment, let me know how your journey is coming along. Any feedback that you have for me, I'll happily take it on board. Any questions, I'll do my best to answer for you, as always, as quickly as possible. And please, it would mean the world to me if you would like the video, if you found it useful, entertaining, or in any way enjoyable. And if not already, please subscribe. It really does mean the world, as you mean the world to me as well. So thank you all so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video. So until then, thank you, and bye for now.